Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's Thursday, the 4th of June 2026, and so far this morning we have been dodging the showers with a forecast of 95% chance of rain. We are going to get showers today, so trying to get some work done in between the showers, but right at the minute sitting in the car, keeping out of the way, but I can see some blue sky coming, so hopefully in about another 5-10 minutes time I'll be able to get out and get on with some work. So what I've got today is jobs I want to get done today. So far today I've brought up my cauliflowers and my Swedes. So I did notice on the Swedes there was some aphids, some great aphids, and there was a couple of cabbage white butterfly grubs. So I want to get these plants under netting to stop the butterflies putting eggs on them, really, because the plants are quite small. It'd only take 1 or 2 grubs and there'd be nothing left of the plant. So that's what I want to do. I've given them a little spray for aphids, and I think it's actually stopped raining now. Let me take you outside and show you. So, as you can see, nice blue sky behind me, but that was the last rain shower. So, hopefully we'll get some sunshine for, I don't know, half an hour or so. Anyway, let me swing a camera around and I'll show you. Okay, these are the Swedes, and you can see they've been nibbled a bit, and I've actually found some great aphids on them and some cabbage white butterfly grubs. So I've given them a dose of this, and this controls and kills aphids and black fly. So hopefully that will do it. I've also brought up some lettuce to go on the ground and my cauliflowers. I have also noticed that the peas I brought up last week and left out have all been munched by the pigeons. So that was a mistake. I should have put them under netting as well. But the tomatoes I brought up last week, they're all doing okay. In fact, as you can see, that actually looks like a super bloom. I know there's a YouTuber called Dean's Lost the Plot, and he grows most, well, he grows for his family, but he grows a lot of giant veg for competition. And when you get, like, it looks like flowers merged together, I think he calls them a super bloom. So we'll see what happens with that, see what sort of tomato we get from that, if we get any. But yeah, the tomato plants are looking okay. They've been well watered this week. Everything's been well watered. It's been raining all week. Basically, this squash is not looking very good. Which one is this? This is my crown prince. And as you can see right there, that's been chewed through by a slug or a snail. And the same again with that one. So I will be putting down some slug pellets, and I shall be bringing up some slug juice. The beans are looking okay, and as you can see they're beginning to wrap around. There is some slug damage on the lower leaves, but once they get hold of the beans, hold of the canes, they'll take off, and the slugs shouldn't be a problem. Just give this one a help. So they are looking not too bad. I'll go round in, so like ones like this, I'll wrap them round the cane and give them a little helping hand. Same with these ones up here. Once the lower leaves are getting slugged a little bit, but once they get going and they start going up the poles, they're okay. I'm hoping I'm going to have enough room in here for a couple of Swedes. I'm going to put my lettuces in that bed there, that new bed, and I'm going to take some more mange too, as we've got plenty more mange too to pick. So that'll be good, might have some of that tonight. And the peas, this could be the first pea of the year. So let's have a look and see what's in here. The sweet peas, flowers are starting to come out, which is good. But nothing with the parsnips. That's 3 weeks now. I think I'm going to have to buy some fresh seed and start again, so I'll do that tonight. So let's see what's in this bean. So I'll just split this open. And there you go, the first peas of the year. And I'll have them right now. This can go in the compost. Okay, the rain's getting heavier, but I want to get some work done. I've draped a towel over the camera to soak up some of the rain. But let's get, this should be a quick job. Just get these lettuce into this bed. Just take out these weeds that have grown up. Bit of grass, bit of bindweed. Usual suspects really. Even though it's been raining all week, this compost is still very dry underneath. In fact, it's bone dry. Oh dear. I might even have to give these a water in the rain. It's going to look silly. As you can see, these are ready to come out. The roots are getting pot bound. So I'm just going to put a hole. That's it. Space them out. Give them room to grow. And these are a butterhead lettuce. I've got some Lola Rossa at home as well. I've got more butterheads as well. That'll be bringing up. So hopefully these will be big enough to survive any slug damage. And that's them. I don't know where all this twine is coming from. I've never used this white twine on my plot in all the years, and yet it still appears in the compost. Okay, that's one job done. On to the next. Right, it's still raining, but the next job I want to get done is get these cauliflowers and these Swedes into the ground. I believe these two are called Snowball, and this is a all year round. Very poor germination rate with the cauliflowers this year. So as you can probably see, I've still got my purple sprouting broccoli in here. And as you can see, it's covered in seed pods. Now, these purple seed pods are immature and not ready. And even when they get to that size, still purple and not ready. But after they get a bit more mature and they turn green. And you can actually just, if you look carefully, you can just see the little bumps of all the seeds in there. However, green is still not ready. I've got to wait for these to all go slightly brown and crispy, and by then I'll know the seeds have dried out and they're ready to collect. So I'm going to leave this plant in here because I want to collect some seeds, but the cauliflowers can go in here, and a couple of Swedes there maybe, and the rest of the Swedes up there beside the greyhound cabbage. I'm not going to show you how I do it because I've already showed you how I do my brassicas. It's going to be the same as these. Basically dig a hole out, put agricultural lime in the hole, then put the plant in the hole, then firm the plant down really well, and that should be them. And if I look at these kales are starting to shoot off, and the cabbages are taking off as well. So yeah, the plants really do benefit from going into the ground as soon as possible. As long as the slugs leave them alone. So I'm going to weed this and tidy it up, get rid of all bits of cardboard and pots that have blown off the table, and I'll put them in. But I will show you what it looks like at the end. Welcome back everyone, it's the 7th of June and it's a dry day today, but it's reasonably warm and it's overcast, so it's not too hot and sunny, so I've been able to get a few jobs done. I've put in all my lettuce in the bed up at the top. I've had a quick scout around. The slugs or the snails have been up my squashes. There's a bit of damage there, so I'm going to give them a feed today. And I've also checked my beetroots. No beetroot, absolutely nothing, no germination. So I'm going to sow some at home in cell trains and see if I can get some little seedlings and bring them up. Also with the parsnips, absolutely nothing on them, the parsnips. So I've ordered some new seeds. Hopefully they'll arrive tomorrow and I can come up during the week and plant some new parsnip seeds. But the job that I've been trying to get done all week, and which I'm going to do now, is to put on my aubergines. So let me swing the camera around and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here are my aubergine plants. There's 4 of them, and they're quite a decent size. And I've got flowers on, but I want to plant them in these bigger pots. So I've dug out some compost from my compost bin, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that to put on these aubergines. So let me put the camera down and I can crack on with this job. Well, these pots they're fairly decent size actually. They're 15 litres, so this will be the final pot on for these plants. I've never grown aubergines before, but I'm quite happy with the progress that I've got so far. So this is just my normal compost from my compost bin. It's mostly broken down. Let's see, how far do I need to take this? That's just about right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fill in the gap around the pot, take the pot out, take the plant out, put the plant in the gap. Couldn't be easier, says John. Not actually sure where I'm going to put these. I think they'll need to go back into the greenhouse because it's still getting quite cool at night time, actually. So I'm not ready for any of the really tender stuff to be outside. Just fill in the gap round the pot. I might actually use some of these for the chilli plants once I start putting them on. And after I get all these in the pot, I shall be giving them a seaweed feed. So I've not got a lot of gardening done today, this week, because of the weather, but at least everything's been given a good soak. Okay, that is now if I take the pot out, you can see the gap where the pot has been. I'll take this label out. That goes straight in there. Perfect. So as I said, these will be given a good feed. When did I plant these? Planted these on the 12th of February. So yeah, I think they're doing okay. They've got flowers on. Haven't seen any fruit yet. I wonder if the flowers need to be like the squash flowers, where they've got to have the bulb sort of behind the flower for it to be a female one. I don't know. I've never grown aubergines before. Anyway, that's one done. 3 more to go. Right, one more job before we go. Go and collect some broad beans. They're ready. Let's go and pick some. These are all ready. Oh, could do with a weed. If I just split this one open, you can see all the nice beans inside. So I'll pick all the larger ones, the ones where the beans are the biggest. Yeah, that's just about. As you can see, there's still some smaller ones on that are not ready to be picked yet. The last time I was around these plants, there was ladybirds on them, just hoovering up the black fly. But yeah, they're not the biggest plants. I feel that if you overwinter them, you get taller plants. Yeah, some of them are more affected with the black fly than others. Still, we're getting some sort of crop. Of course, when I get these home, what I'll do is I'll double pod them. I'll take them out the shells, then boil them for about 3 minutes, and then take the thick shell off the actual bean, so you're left with the contents of the bean. Otherwise the thick skin can be a bit unpalatable. Oh, really needs a weed. I might actually have some of these tonight. And that's it. That'll be the first picking of the broad beans. It's not bad. And while I'm at it, I think I might take some of the mange too, because there's plenty on here. We had some of these little Chinese meal salt and pepper fish during the week. They were really nice. Any ones that go like that swell up, I'll save them for seeds. But I'll take all the ones like that. And there's more than you think. It's not until you actually get down and start examining the plant that you can see how many is actually there. It's another thick one. And there's on this side as well. This speck really needs a weed. It's shockingly bad. With a bit of luck, the plant might flower again and we might get another batch. There's a couple there I missed. I'll leave that one's getting a bit thick. But yeah, that's a good haul. So some mange tout and some broad beans. We have got some peas on it, but I'm just going to leave the peas until during the week. I'll come up and get them. I want to weed this bed so I can see what's actually going on. Other things that's been achieved this week, we've looked behind Dalila. The lettuce bed is fully populated. We've got the green ones are just a butterhead lettuce, and the red ones is Lola Rossa. And in the next bed, we put down some Swedes down at the end. We also put some Swedes down in the main brassica bed, along with some cauliflowers. So this bed's got the stromboli, but it's not. It's got greyhound cabbage, and I think there's one stromboli broccoli and 2 Swedes. I think that's right. There are labels there. I might have a look. We've also got a few onions down at the end of the bed that we put in late. These were just, I found some sets in my shed, and I put them in some compost. They sprouted and they grew roots, so I've brought them up here, put them in. If we get anything from them, then that's good. If we don't, nothing's lost. Nothing's lost at all. The sweet peas are finally coming out. They're looking really, really nice. And I will be sure to make sure that I save some seeds from these. Now the squashes, I put the squashes in and I've been getting slugged really bad. This one here is looking a bit pathetic, and as you can see there, the leaves are getting really slugged. So before, I've put in some slug juice underneath this lid, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some more of the blue slug pellets down. We've had a lot of rain recently, so any slug pellets that were down have been washed away. In fact, we're going to get rain tonight. So yeah, that's not going to be a good idea. But yeah, hopefully the slug juice will capture a few. Other things that have been going on, if we look in the greenhouse, and just have a look in there, it is cram full. I've finally got to putting the aubergines in the large pots, and I've given everything a seaweed feed. So there's the heavenly facing angel peppers, there's the tiger jalapenos, there's some California wonders, although I don't think there's anything going to come from them. I think they're just too small a plant. But everything's still growing, and as my friend Ali says, if it's not dead, that's good. So I'm just going to close this up to try and retain some of the heat, but I will leave a little gap for ventilation, because it does get really, really warm in there, and I can't be up every day. I've got quite a few things on at the minute. Oh, look at that, slug, snail. Right, I'm going to call it a day now. I'm going to head home. But thanks for watching. If you like the videos, please feel free to comment or give us a thumbs up. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.